Ladies, gentlemen, and earthlings, you've tuned into another Dr. Rhodes Interprets Dr. Falk via Smoky Saint, whom we all miss. And we wish Will had not killed him. But anyway, we are dealing with, once again, a review of Dr. Falk reviewing the Titanic turd of religion, Justin, and his self-appointed scholastic ex cathedra authority for all of the social media tards out there. Remember, TTOR is someone that says that the age of the earth is a salvific issue. Remember, that is the reason why I call him a Titanic turd of religion, because true religion does not conflate such simple categories. There are essentials of the gospel, the faith, once for all delivered to the saints. And then there are those heretics out there like TTOR and all the other ones that either implicitly or explicitly conflate salvation with belief in a young earth. And, of course, if we can't believe Moses, how could we believe Jesus? And then they say, well, if you can't believe Moses about the age of the earth, certainly you can't understand these things. And then they use that kind of tactic. Very, very, very dishonest people. But let's continue with our review.
This is a real problem. He hasn't done his due diligence.
No, he hasn't.
And you've got to get the little stuff right, too.
Yes, faithful in the
Because
little.
it's the little stuff that makes the difficult stuff work.
Rumor.
So let's continue with the video.
Blazing Saddles quote.
If you're watching this video, then you are part of the TTOR army. An army that is building itself up one subscriber.
Yeah. TTOR army? You mean of wussified boys that haven't gone through puberty and their minds haven't developed to maturity? Is that the army we're talking about? I would think so.
Subscriber at a time. As you can see from...
Yeah, keep building there.
Yeah, may I invoke a divine blessing on TTOR here. May God bless him with one subscriber a year for the next 50 years of his life. May God give him 50 more, which would be a jubilee, and it would mean true blessing from God. May it come to pass, one subscriber at a time.
According to Social Blade, TTOR has been around since 2015. So it's a 7-year-old channel. It is also...
Basically, it's a 7-year itch that hasn't really been itched. The dude is truly a dim-witted fool. I had a encounter with him a few years back, and he left YouTube over it. And I'm here again because the guy is absolutely retarded when it comes to theology. He might have his abilities in whatever field he's in. But let me just say TTOR, and as much as I don't try to pontificate in your field of expertise, whatever that may be, don't try to pontificate into Dr. Falk's field nor my field, because we have spent truly 20 more years in our field than you've been alive.
I think it's a little over 500 subscribers now. It's not a big channel. It's not a big, influential channel.
No.
And normally I wouldn't respond to a channel this small.
Yeah.
However,
totally
TTOR has been
outside.
very, very bold in its claims and its attacks.
Dr. Falk's.
And I think there's something that's really important that we can gain educationally from basically somebody who presents himself as a life.
Yes, there is much to learn. Has anyone ever heard of the cautionary tale of TTOR? You see, the man came in thinking that because he was possibly good in computer things, that equated into expertise, into creation and biblical exegesis. You see, TTOR is a titanic turd of rationality. He has not the ability to think himself out of a wet paper bag. He still needs a binky and his mom to change his theological diapers, because TTOR, you are pooping and peeing all over yourself, theologically speaking.
Life example. So,
what life? Couple hundred subscribers? Really? How many people have read his said book? Are they endorsed by any scholars? Has he ever been cited in his field? I have, even though I have a self-published book. That self-published book has been cited by some pretty good scholars. But I digest.
I don't take this step lightly. I don't like punching down. Down.
Dr. Falk, I love punching down. And here's the reason why. Just the hubris of those who would punch up, the very fact that they have that kind of audacity and that kind of stupidity, it gives me great pleasure to punch down. Just saying.
There's particular value in analyzing what he has done here for, say, the broader education of the Christian community. So that's why I take these actions.
Oh, TTOR is most definitely an educational tale and a cautionary tale. The dude reeks of stupidity. I mean, just look at his face. If that's not a face that says, I'm dumb as a rock, I don't know what other face would communicate that. He's overcompensating with a giant microphone. We all know what that means. The guy is pathetic, and he should leave YouTube again because he's disseminating heretical doctrine, literally doctrine that is dangerous to the spiritual well-being of people. Anybody that conflates salvation with believing that the earth is 6,000 to 10,000 years old is an absolute raging heretic and literally the spawn of Satan himself. Because to put such a stumbling block in front of thinking people makes you a half-baked son of hell. And I think I'll close with that. My name